We are live. We're live.
We're live.
We're
We're
live.
live. Hey, we are live. I just saw it on here. Wait, no, we're not.
Oh, pardon me. My God.
It just
Welcome to
started in
Echo
a one.
Chamber, the
Never mind.
session in between sessions. We haven't had one of these for a while. My fault mostly. I'll take blame. I mean, somebody else could have held up the torch for me, but that's okay. I'm not blaming anybody. I'll take blame.
Well,
Well,
not to throw Ryan under the bus here, but I thought he can do this, right?
Ryan and Keegan are the backup streamers.
Uh,
Again, I'm
hold on.
not throwing anybody under the bus either.
When did
You,
I become a backup streamer?
well, I would say, all right. So I would say you, Ryan, and Rusty's are the only PCs that I would say would
Have capabilities?
I
Yeah.
mean, you could stream on lower quality if you wanted, but
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. If that's the game we're playing,
if that's the game we're playing.
cool. Let's see where I rank. I got it. Go ahead.
I don't think
Yeah.
I got
Hey,
enough. I don't think I got enough
hey,
RAM to stream.
Yeah.
just like you gotta ditch us here at 10 so you can go watch your show. It's okay.
Amen. Hey, House of the Dragon. Any viewers? Amen. Yeah. Hell yeah.
HBO, not a sponsor
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We got to get better at that so that the yet comes all across at the same time.
I kind of like it in unison though. We say it and it's like yet. Oh, never mind.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, go ahead. All right.
All right, so you know what? Open forum. Let's do this. It's been a while. Let's bring it out. We have like
Wow.
3 episodes that we didn't get a chance to talk to, so you guys are bursting at the seams. Go. Who wants to
We,
take it? What do you got
I mean, we
first?
we've got. Let's see. We've got the. Did we have Echo Chamber with the bronze dragon?
Nope.
The clumsy bronze dragon.
Oh,
Then
that
we have
goofy fucker.
They'll
the
go
return of
los. They'll go
the.
los.
I mean, I thought he
And
was funny. I didn't. I wasn't.
I
I was
love
listening
it.
in that one, but I thought he was pretty funny.
Yeah,
So
I love it.
I actually do have a question about him, and this is just because I'm not up on my D&D lore or anything like that. But two-part question: A, can all dragons shapeshift? And if not, does that make him a special kind of dragon that is more powerful?
I thought it was
I
chromatic.
yeah,
Could
just the
I don't know.
chromatics. Yeah, just the chromatics can shapeshift unless some older dragons have like taken levels in wizard and can do like polymorph and things like that.
mm,
But those are like legendary dragons.
so like your bronze, gold, silver, those can, but then your
Hmm.
green, black, red usually cannot.
Yeah.
So does that make him like a special type then?
Well, he
Like
was bronze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
is that like high? I don't know if that's high in the ranking or not. I'm assuming that's low then.
I don't know if
They're
there's a
lower.
ranking for dragons, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
guess a loose ranking because you don't want to mess with a red ancient dragon, but at the same time, like,
I feel like we would though.
oh, for sure,
I
eventually,
feel
I mean,
like
I
we
feel like
eventually.
would.
I feel like you would. I don't know about the rest of us.
No. I talk a good
I,
game. No way
I
I'm
mean,
walking into that shit.
if you're comparing it to like a silver or a gold, they rank underneath them. Like
Got it.
like toughness wise, CR wise.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
The
But
the big thing with bronze dragons though is that they are like benevolent. Like they will defend themselves, but they don't want to really harm people.
yeah.
I thought that was most
I
chromatics didn't
Oh,
really want to
yeah.
harm.
I think you're right. Yeah, I definitely metagamed a little bit on this one. I was like, I'm not attacking this fucking dragon because A, this trader dude is kind of a D-bag. And B, if I don't fuck with this dragon, he's not gonna fuck with me.
I
Can we
mean,
Yeah.
use
is
him?
that meta? So that brings up a good point. So last session, I think it might have been Keegan. He like knew something, so he put it in place. But then you also have to think about is that meta if because you want to think about would my character know something about this, and that's why
Right.
I like to throw out do I know about this? Let me roll.
Mhm.
But I mean, I
And
think if
that's
you wrote the backstory, you could make that decision. I feel like Siddle reads enough books; he'd probably know that.
probably. I do a fair bit of like messaging Garrett behind the scenes. Like, hey man, I know this as a player. Would my character know it? I don't want to fuck anything up or toss something out there that is supposed to be a surprise or whatever. I do that in all the campaigns I play, actually. But just to try not to where is that line drawn, I guess, between
Yeah.
some super niche whatever and, oh, maybe I've read about bronze dragons and I know that, generally speaking they're nice, but you know, how much detail do I really know about their behavior?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember what it was now that Keegan did because he was like he asked the party, okay, who has the highest investigation, and so that gets into like the borderline meta. But I would feel about the dragon. Nah, you decide. Does your character know about it or roll?
Um, it's also one of those. We've been playing as a group for a while now.
Right.
It's kind of like we know each other's
Strengths
weaknesses
and
and strengths.
weaknesses, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
We know
I
that.
I'm that I think that's
Yeah.
one of those. Yeah, yeah. It's so it's
He
yeah,
he might not know Caldrums, but yeah, no, I'd agree.
yeah, yeah.
For the rest of the party, like he knows Griswold doesn't see shit unless it's 2 inches in front of his face. So yeah.
Right, right.
But yeah, so we had the bronze dragon. You guys got to Phandalin.
Phandalin.
Wave Echo Cave. And
Well,
let's talk about the Warwick Reed debacle, right?
Yeah,
you mean
yeah.
the agreement?
The Wave Echo Cave thing, yeah. So that was a legit Keegan mistake. I actually even tried to go back and I realized that you can't go back and look at the streams from like a long, long time ago, or maybe I couldn't figure out how to do it. But I legit thought that was a Warwick was going to get signed into that. Not that I was trying, because if I wanted to do it, I could do it. I just thought that was the thing Keegan did. So
Amrook wouldn't care. And I'm sure
it,
Adrian wouldn't care if he got signed in. Like, it's like, you're with us now until you become an ass, and then you're probably going to die anyway, so what does it matter?
it, exactly, yeah. So no, yeah, I think it was purely
It
we and
sounded
we
like
made
Reed cared, though.
gold,
Oh, of
gold,
course, he
gold.
cares.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah,
it was it was gold for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Outside of that,
you're
yeah,
tagging into his income there. That's.
yeah. He's like, absolutely not. We are not going to allow that. Yeah, I think it was purely just a gold thing, which is fine. That's kind of why I let it go. So, but as long as I have my name on Tribor Manor, just another checkbox.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think
A
anybody has a
shifty
problem giving
fuck.
you part of Tresendar Manor either, but
That's what I
I feel
meant,
like
Tresendar.
Reed, like, is playing this game with Warwick where like he wants the attention on Warwick. So that's why he keeps like throwing you under the
Mhm.
bus in these little things.
Yeah,
Oh, oh, yeah. I
he's
think that's
definitely
that's a
divergent.
definite. I
Uh-huh.
like it though. I mean, like, I don't think it's done too much yet, because I mean, I think so far all the questioning that has been thrown at Warwick, he's answered honestly. I've given the group no reason to think that I've done anything wrong. I
Dude, we
mean,
we we watched you. Now were we not actually there when you suggested someone to sell you their fucking house?
We were there and
oh no,
Adrian
you
stopped
guys are
him.
no,
Yeah.
you guys. Now that was so. That one is I mean, the guy was a vagabond. I mean, he sold information. I mean, he was not a good guy, right? I mean, so I think outside of that, I've been very honest, open and honest about everything.
It does
I
raise
don't
a
think I
question though, like the whole two rights don't or two wrongs don't make a right. So just
right.
because he's an asshole, does that mean you can be an asshole to him?
Oh, probably not. That's just Warwick's character, man. He just
Right.
wanted another house. Yeah.
But some lawful good character might question that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah. I could totally see that. I think that's a more of a um I don't know if that's really like raising a ton of red flags, though. I mean, we've all known it from like day one. Warwick wants houses, he wants property, and he'll do a fair amount to get there. But he is very truthful about it. He's very open. He's told everybody how he has ascertained uh, everything that he has, right? And even when questioned about Nasana, very open and honest about it. So I think
Yeah,
I've done a fairly good job being honest with the group and not giving the group any reason to think that I would do anything to harm the group. At least I hope. I don't know.
So G Money has joined us, I believe.
Yes.
Are
I
you
saw
just
that.
listening in, or are you just listening in, or are you participating here, G?
He's muted, so he just might be.
Muted, yeah.
Yeah. So here's my question, right? Just in general, we've had a lot go on, right? I
Mhm.
mean, and I don't, because this is like my first true campaign playing, right? How far along do you guys think we are in this campaign, and how far
6%.
behind?
About 9 levels.
I I mean, I know the book only goes to like 11th level, so I'm guessing we're getting kind of close to the end. But I don't know what G has planned beyond that, which I'm
Okay.
guessing he has a little
Or
bit more
maybe we've
planned than the
also
book.
done some things that weren't in the book, so level-wise can
Yeah,
be
yeah.
skewed.
We're far
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think we're
Gentlemen,
close
can
to?
you hear me?
We can
Yes.
now.
Now we
Here.
can.
Now we can.
Beautiful.
Here.
Sorry, I had a little connection issue there. So I am now here. I've been listening in. I just couldn't speak momentarily. Greetings and salutations. I'm excited.
Yeah. What's
I'm
up?
I
super
got I got a
excited.
little itch that I'm not playing here. It's bothering me. But
Oh,
this
me
is
too.
good. Sunday nights are for D&D, and I'm not getting it. So this is like a little. I'm jonesing for it. This is just a little taste.
Mhm.
This is enough.
It's scratching that itch.
Warwick's got an itch too.
That's it. But
Warwick has a lot of itches. Actually, no. Hey, we've done medicine checks. I don't have shit so far. Warwick's
I
been pretty
mean,
good. We're
Some
pretty
of
depends
these
on
lucky.
guys can
depends
lie
on the
dormant
roll
for
of the medicine
years
check, I guess,
before,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
hey,
right.
I've rolled pretty high on them. I think. I mean, or at least if I have something, I don't know that I have anything. Just like I probably don't know if I have kids. I don't know. Anyways, we could take that way too far. Let's just.
there we go.
I don't know if
So
we
if you
brought it
allow me
up.
to elaborate on your question here,
Yeah.
so you're correct. The book only does go to 11 or 12-ish. However, we have tended to diverge semi, considerably from the book itself. Technically, where you guys are at, you should be level, I want to say 7, and you're 9, starting to get close to 10 here. I'm expecting the way I've scaled things up a little bit, changed some things. Paths that you guys have taken that were unanticipated and not scheduled for the book, and some other interwoven storylines. You're probably about 2 to 2.5 levels ahead, and you're probably going to finish this book, the equivalent of this book, anyways, if you stay on semi track, around 13 or 14. I've scaled it up, though I've woven in the campaign that really we could take this close to 20 if all goes well, as long as the interest remains.
Oh,
What I heard there was level up our characters before next session.
That's
yeah.
that's what I was afraid I was saying. I was open for interpretation, but no, not quite. I'm trying to stretch a
Damn it.
few more sessions. You guys are one more good battle away. I would say solid battle.
All right,
No
bring the
little
sauna.
Gnostics are gonna level you up.
Bring the sauna. Let's tackle that bitch again, right? No? Okay.
Is that what we're doing? We're heading after Nasana. Do it.
Why not? Why? I mean, come on. Come
The
on.
DM just dared you.
You have an
Yeah,
extreme handicap because we got two motherfuckers that won't attack her.
Well, I
I
mean,
double dragon dare you.
double drag. I'm in. I'm in because we got a dragon of our own. You guys don't know about him yet. Don't worry about it.
Double dragon dare you with a Bahir on top.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you can't turn down that challenge.
don't tempt me with a good time.
Speaking of dragons, should we check in with Nullbone? Like, when's the last time we did that?
Yeah, I know, right?
He's a big boy. He can take care of himself.
Yeah, I'm just worried about
Either
if
that
he
or he's sold
doesn't.
us out to the Giants. But
If he doesn't,
I
then
mean-
he's got that piece of Onondadd.
Right. And now that we have a connection to a bronze dragon, we could always go back to him, say, "Hey, give us that piece back to us," and we can give it to the bronze dragon.
What did we tell him that we would trade for it? Like, how? I don't remember how that all went down. Like, we were like, you hang
We have-
on to this. We hate the Giants. Blah blah blah. But like, where did it go?
Does he
Like,
have
what?
two? Does he have two pieces?
I don't think so. He had the
Just
he had
one.
the
the
piece
axe
from
that we have
Chamb3r.
now. The
Yeah, that was the first one from Tribor.
Man, I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, like unless we absolutely have to resurrect the Vanandad or whatever the fuck you want to like call the art of putting it back together, fucking Gnawbone can keep the goddamn thing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean,
Well, I thought we were
Yeah.
just trying to keep it out of the hands of the fire giants.
Hands of the Giants.
oh, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't think that's something I want to fuck with ever. Like putting it back together, using it to fight the giants,
No.
etc.
No.
Like
No.
Gnawbone can keep it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'm just
Why?
afraid that the giants went after him because he had it, and then they killed him and got the piece.
Well, that's fair.
And
It's not like they had any way to track the pieces, do they?
Right?
Oh.
That's yeah.
So can you
And you know
can
what,
you destroy
though?
the piece?
It
Can you
was
destroy-
huge. I don't know. We didn't really go down that road at that time because we didn't
Yeah.
know that much about the Vonendod and stuff to just destroy part of it and be like, well, fuck your campaign, Garrett. We just destroyed it.
No, you guys would never do that.
I know where we're going next. Oh, speaking of that, where are we going next? Are we going to Candlekeep?
Well,
that's
before we jump to that, I want to throw out the mic drop that was Caldrum's commune.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I wanted,
yeah.
I wanted to ask G, like, did that, did that, change things for you? Was that like an oh shit DM moment, or not really?
The moment I got commune and I realized the potential of your questions, it became an oh shit, this changes things moment for a number of reasons that I look forward to explaining someday. But I've been let me put it, I've had to correct considerably, and I'm still trying to correct. Even up to a few hours ago, I was dwelling on this campaign and how to correct for the way you're using commune and the questions you're asking, because it throws a wrench into several things.
A wrench in the monkey.
Well,
It certainly does. You guys have you're getting some interesting information now that was not necessarily intended.
I mean, if you read commune, like it does, the deity doesn't actually need to answer the question. Like it can be vague, right? Like it can be left open.
Oh, absolutely, and I'm trying to judge that accordingly. But frankly, I know that there was one that they couldn't answer the first one, but your questions were very well stated and well placed. The last one that I couldn't realistically get around it, but I'm actually okay. Most accurately, you asked a good question. You deserved a good answer because you're on the right track.
Well,
You asked logical questions, not just poking around.
Well, it's funny because, and I think I brought it up after the session. Like, when the first time I used it, I sat there going, man, I worded these questions all wrong because, I left it very vague and everything else. Like a sneeze. Whew, sorry.
Bless you.
Zoom tight.
But yeah, and as we were driving through New Jersey and Delaware, I'm contemplating these questions in my head, and then that I'm like, and then I remembered Rusty months ago, maybe like 4 sessions after we found out about the whole Giants thing, saying, well, do we really know he's even dead? And for some reason that crawled back in the back of my memory, and I thought, you know what, we gotta kind of ask that question, don't we? So that's where I went with, and then I like I said, I had like 4 or 5 other questions that I wanted to ask, and then when you answered that one, the way you did, I completely went off script.
Well, it's funny. I'll say this because now that you just mentioned that, you asked me, how about you? How much the fact that Calvin used commune through the campaign the first time you used it. And I was like, hey, no, that's fine. I love it. You channel lore. Because at the time, you did ask vague questions that let me muddy the water a little bit, throw some things out. And now the second time you used it, they were so pointed and so well thought out. I'm thinking, oh, crap. Now the second time is definitely throwing off the way I'm handling things.
Good point.
Oh,
It's good. You know, it's awesome. You guys, I love the pieces coming together. You know, you read a lot of things. Even as of today, I read one in which the part nothing is too oblivious for the party. The DM, like you got to hammer things home right between the eye. Like, don't think they get anything. I'm looking back and I'm thinking, no, you guys are all over stuff. Like, I got to be careful. I mean, sure, I try to drop a lot of little Easter eggs in there just to keep things interesting. But man, you guys pick up on more than not, and so I got to be cautious.
yeah.
What up, Althea?
Well, because that was one of my big reasons I asked do we know he's even dead? Because
Yeah.
no part of the story ever explicitly said, yeah, the Storm King's head's on a fucking pike somewhere.
You are
Right.
correct.
Yeah.
You guys picked up on that. Hey, Storm King went missing, presumed dead, or I think one of the people said, yeah, Storm King was killed. No body or anything. I think you guys asked that follow up and just kind of dropped there. But yeah, there was no necessary body, and I know it waffled in there.
All right, now
Yeah.
back to Keegan's question. Where are we going next? Amrook's not with you guys, so I mean, you guys are kind of doing your own thing, and we'll have to catch up with that. But where are you guys going?
I don't know. That's there's a couple things that Caldrum still wants to do. And we'll get to that when we play again. But yeah, I don't know beyond that.
Little phone out there. No.
Oh, G,
All right,
He's
all right.
super robotic, yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
yeah, G, you're breaking up.
How about now? Any better?
Yep.
That's good.
No?
Yeah.
I don't
Yep,
know.
much better.
I was gonna say, a little help for the DM, little love. Maybe we talk about a little now what Caldrum wants to do. No love for the DM.
Well, you know
All right.
what? I will shoot you a message. I will shoot you a message before we play. Well, like next week, so sometime. What I have in mind, because you might need a little pregame.
No. I appreciate it. Anytime you say that, Eric, I get in trouble.
No, it's not
Things
too
go
bad. It's not
astray.
too bad.
I end up having to go away and write a research paper.
It's one of those things where Ryan brought up a couple weeks ago about dissension in the group. There needs to be a little bit more conflict in the within the group, and I don't know. I might be stoking that fire a little bit. I don't know. We'll see.
Ace.
Poke the bear. I love it.
Hell yeah. That's fantastic. I don't know. I'm interested to see if we can get down to Candlekeep and get that book. Now that we know some more intriguing information.
I mean,
I don't know.
nobody said we have to get the actual book, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we
Which
don't have to steal the book. We can
which-
get a copy of the book.
yeah. You don't take books out of Candlekeep. They make copies for this. I don't know. I'm gonna guess Caldrum probably knows quite a bit about Candlekeep.
Yeah, I would say
just
that too. With some background that we talked about, it makes sense.
with his sage background and everything else. But you don't take books out of Candlekeep. You have people make copies and then they send them out.
Nice.
It's not like the Norwin Public Library.
So
Check this out, please.
let's say we don't
Yeah.
get there and then pay somebody and say, hey, can you get a copy of this book and then send it to this location, and then we go about our
And
merry
that's
way.
that's exactly what, like, I think 99% of transactions at Candlekeep kind of happen.
Do we even
It's
need
just
to go
getting
there then?
Just getting into Candlekeep
I think we have to get
is
them the gold somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. So if we can get the gold to them somehow, which okay.
All right. New side quest. We set up Faerun's first crypto.
Nice.
Oh,
I'm in.
Nice.
Phandalin?
You can verify
Those are all
transactions via the sending spell, And
I,
We'll
I,
send
I want to
you.
see the Phandalin 5 get into NFTs.
Done.
Nice.
Done. Yeah. So I mean, at
Can I
that
So
point,
I
I think I could get them the money fairly easily. It's just a matter of getting a name and making some shit happen behind the scenes. I think.
right. Yeah.
can I just say, out of the entirety of the campaign, the most sadistic pleasure I've gotten from the simplest thing is just throwing out that, hey, I need a book from a library. And you guys are like,
Uh-huh.
okay, yeah, that sounds easy enough. Knowing that it was a book that would need to be required from Candlekeep, a city that was as far out of the way as humanly possible in the Fort
Right.
Knox of libraries. But, you guys was like, yeah, get a book out of the library? Okay, cool. And it has turned into a 9-month endeavor, completely wrecking so many things that you guys want to do and have to do, and directing you and forcing you to head down south. I get so much pleasure out of it.
I I feel like there's so much. If it's like if you can get into Candlekeep and not like take a book, but at least maybe read some of the books, I feel like there's a ton of invaluable knowledge there that could help the group though. Maybe it's just me. I
Mhm.
don't know a lot about Candlekeep, so I feel like it actually could benefit us from understanding maybe a little bit more about all the giants, the Vonendod, maybe a little bit more about the Storm King and his family, and just maybe a little bit of the lore too. You know.
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
definitely game to
Keldrum.
go there and set up shop and brew some
hmm
potions and take a couple weeks vacation, but
I mean,
Oh,
Amrook's
Yeah.
probably fucking down there already. Let's be honest.
he's sipping Mai Tais. Who the fuck are you kidding?
You know, Keldrum, his sage background, he wants nothing more than to go to Candlekeep, but
oh,
I don't
Siddle's
know
right
if
there with
it's
him too.
really. Yeah, exactly. But well, I got to sneeze again.
I,
Bless
Zuntek.
you.
I am a little surprised, Keegan, since you brought up where Amrook is. I'm surprised no one thought, oh crap, he took that axe. Did he go to the Frost Giants to give it to them? Like nobody questioned that at all, and I'm like, huh, I could
Yeah,
get away
you.
with anything with this group.
I'll comment. I will comment on that. Had that been Warwick, everyone would be like, Warwick stabbing everybody in the back. Fuck that guy.
Exactly.
But Amrook has it, and they're like, Amrook would never do that to us, even though we know he's like blood raging and has no control over it yet, or he's starting to get
And
there, right?
and has historically been somebody else.
Like the thing
Nobody
is,
even thinks it. They're just like,
So,
whatever.
I feel like that's a
oh,
everybody
Gags.
trusts Carl, and people don't trust Keegan too much, rightfully so because of phasmophobia. Totally get it. I
I
get it.
mean,
I get it. You're not wrong. Totally. I would agree with it. It is funny though. I think Warwick's at the point of fuck it. Let him take it. It's fine. I got my own shit to do. When are you coming back though? Like is there something that's gonna trigger you coming back? You don't have to tell us what it is, but
I'll be honest, Garrett, if you don't mind. I put it in Garrett's
Please.
hands. At this point, I'm back. I'm Carl is back, and I'm like, surprise me. Like you know what I
I,
wanted to do. Like I wanted to seek out somebody who we heard had experience with helping someone deal with this bloodlust, and I wanted to train with it a little bit and learn about it, and then get back with the group. Um, and then I was like, after that, surprise me, tell me, I want to get do that, and I want to go pick up my armor, and then whenever I show up, I show up.
nice. Did you go to
Where's the
Warwick's?
armors?
Oh yeah, the armor.
Neverwinter.
The armors in water. Or yeah, never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
hey,
Did you
all
go
the
to
dominoes are in place. I can't wait for them to fall. And they are all set up and ready to fall.
Did you go to Warwick's Wizarding School or Warwick's School for the Gifted? I may have a training facility that you might be training at. You never know.
Uh,
oh, for fuck's sake.
Comment down there, Xavier.
Oh yeah.
wow.
Dude, you have no like the group has no idea the reach of Warwick. Legit. I may or may not have
Is-
a yeah.
Thank, thanks to D Shaggins, right?
Well, among others.
Is
Maybe I have my own little posse. I don't know. Nobody knows. I don't know. Or Warwick's just good at storytelling. I don't know.
I mean, judging by what was said, from who said it in Phandalin? Was that Gundren?
Yeah, Gundren.
Yeah,
Judging by what
Gundren, yeah.
Gundren thought about you, I think Warwick's just good at storytelling.
You think? Okay. Hey, there's a method. There is a method to all of this madness.
I mean,
don't
you
you
are
worry.
a bard, so
Yeah.
you are a bard, so you know.
There's a method.
I get it.
Promise you. I promise you.
Side note, I was
A
watching
bard or
Old
silver
School
tongue
last night.
sorcerer.
What's that?
I said never trust a bard or a silver tongue sorcerer.
Very true.
Yeah, really.
If you
Sorry,
put
the old school
Mordai and
reference here.
Warwick in a room, there's no trust.
Oh, can't wait for
Nah.
that battle to happen.
I feel
That's
like
the mono y mono I want.
Oh no, no, it's you know what? I don't want to see them fight. I want to see the stories that go back and forth.
I feel like
That's-
Warwick's done so much for the group though to gain their trust. Like you guys have to trust me at this point, right? Yeah.
I think that comes back to do we trust Keegan, and that I think that's the issue. I think you hit the nail on the head there.
That's unfair though. So keep Keegan out of it, but Warwick, I feel like Warwick's good though, right?
So I just want to throw out there that if you look on, let's say a morality line, for the group against the group, I feel like Reed hovers dead center. He won't do anything major for, won't do anything major against, while Warwick tries to balance things out by going to the extremes, heavy for, heavy against. Both balance out dead center in two very different ways.
That is a valid point.
What have I done to hurt the group in any way?
No one said hurt the group. You just have done some shady
Yeah, no.
shit. At the same time, you've sacrificed yourself for the group. So
Yeah.
Hold on.
No, I don't think you've done anything.
Shady. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I
Here,
shouldn't
guys, I
say
got
for the
this
group,
house.
just in
I'm not
general.
gonna tell you how I got it, but I got this house for you to stay. That's not shady.
And you guys asked me how I've gotten my houses, and I've told you, and I answered honestly to every question. How can you not trust me?
How did you answer that one? How'd you get the house?
I don't
Somebody
remember
owed
how
me something. That doesn't answer the question.
you guys accepted it and went along right with it.
Emmerich wasn't there.
Because it was like talking to a fucking wall, getting any other goddamn information out of you.
Again, I feel like we're bringing Keegan into this too much.
So I want to hear the old school reference here from Carl.
Oh yeah, no. So I was watching Old School, and so after Frank the Tank's wedding, I decided so that they had that wedding singer that
Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank.
Yeah. So Frank the Tank is actually the character Frank the Tank in Old School is Griswold. I decided that in my head right away. After he does the chug and goes streaking, I'm like, that's Griswold.
We're going streaking. Will Ferrell. Yeah.
But
Hey,
so
real
after
quick,
his
time
wedding,
out.
go ahead.
Time out. I want to. This was a question I saw on Four-Sided Dive, and I want everybody to think about it as we're talking, because I haven't thought of. I don't have an answer for my characters, but if the Phandalin Phive became a movie, who plays your character?
Nice.
Think about it, and go ahead, Carl. Back to you. Sorry.
Bruce Willis plays Griswold. Anyway, so the wedding singer after the wedding, it's actually a group called the Dan Band, and the lead singer is Warwick. Like, go back and watch Old School. Listen to the singer right after the wedding, and you're gonna be like, that's Warwick.
Hold on, what song does he sing? Because I know he like adds in the fuck
Turn
words.
around.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ever fucking yeah. No, but that's Warwick for sure. And so I was like, man, that's Grizz and Warwick right there. But that is a good question. I did see that one on Four-Sided Dive. Who would play your character? I think
dwell on that one. I want that to be a future Echo Chamber discussion.
Yeah. Think about that. I think don't have to answer tonight. Just something to think about.
Dave Bautista plays Grizz.
You're just saying that because he plays nothing. Words do not go over my head.
I can see that.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I guess what gets me, like, because again, it's just my ignorance of not playing out these long campaigns, right? I feel like there's so much information at our fingertips, and we're just like we're chasing
butterflies.
Yeah, like and Garrett, fuck you, because I'm sure you're doing it on purpose. But I feel like that's exactly what we're doing, and there's so much shit going on that's like time sensitive, and we're just like, fuck it, let's just chase these butterflies or fireflies or whatever and see what happens. You know, I like it,
But at the same time,
but I don't
Hey,
understand.
I get you.
I'm
Yeah,
just around every corner in front of you guys, just releasing more butterflies and then just skipping ahead.
yeah.
Butterfly, doop-de-doo, butterfly.
If we had ever created a cinematic intro, that's what I want Garrett's character to do in the intro. Just
Yep.
release butterflies and skip away right
I
before we
want
come around the corner.
I want Tim Curry to play Warwick.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
I was thinking
that's
more like Chris
really
Rock.
good. Mm.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right.
I don't know. This is gonna be a good conversation. I want to dwell on this one a little bit more, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know
I
we've talked about characters and hero comic book
Right.
characters, but that was a question I saw come up on Critical Role, and I thought that's a really good question. I like that.
Yeah, I'll have to. Yeah.
So I gotta ask Rusty, how was it getting exacting revenge on that bitch Nothic?
Very satisfying. 10 out of 10. Recommend. Would do it again.
You in fact thought
It almost
about
was-
asking someone to revivify just so you could kill him again.
I'd be lying if I told you that didn't cross my mind.
You guys were so freaking OP against that thing. OP. I feel like way back when, like, man, this thing is formidable, and now it's like, oh, look at the cute little nothing. I had no way mono a mono in a trap cave to make it in any way ominous, other
A
than to
little
throw out
part
a
of me
little bit
felt
of.
bad.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I was watching it. I was like, oh man, I kind of hope they don't kill him. And I think Evan even said that on stream. Like he's like, Evan doesn't want to kill him, but Griswold is like, okay, this guy has to go.
Yeah.
I thought for sure you guys were going to keep it as your little pet under Trezendar Manor. I really did.
We could have.
I mean, he can read people's minds. He's got secrets. He might be.
That he
He might
does.
have been a
That
good
he did.
asset.
He
He
might
might
have been useful.
He
A
might
good
have
pet.
had. Yeah.
And I think I
So,
even drew that out there as, oh, so many new secrets. And you guys are like,
And,
fuck it, kill him.
And just to maybe a little foreshadowing, what I was explaining earlier might involve the Nothic. So we'll see. We'll see.
Ooh.
Interesting. I like that.
Just saying. Just saying.
I just want to fight Nasana again. I'm going to be honest. Now that we know like the Kraken Society is part of this, and we know that Nasana's like ever so much helping out that group, which we do know, right? Yeah. We know that. What we haven't done is kind of like
but we don't know. We don't know like where she is in this. In this, that's my next kind of questioning for Commune is like where's she at in all this? Like,
and we
Who does
haven't.
she
I don't know.
report to? Yeah.
We haven't
Yeah.
tied it back to.
Who do you work for?
Who does
We
number
haven't-
2 work for?
We haven't tied it back to the 5 ship captains, right? And there was that one that was like involved in all of that, or something. I can't remember what the ship was called, right?
I gotta be honest with you. I completely forgot about that. Thank you very much for reminding me.
Right. So there's like, I feel like, yeah, Candlekeep's going to be great, and if we actually go down there, awesome. I do feel like it's going to be beneficial, but I almost feel like it's slowly leading us back towards Nasana.
Towards Luskin. Yeah.
And then on top of that, we don't really know anything about Gonkelgrim.
I don't even fucking remember which one it is anymore.
Gonkelgrim. Don't worry, Carl's ingrained it in my head. It's Gonkelgrim, not Gonkelgrim, Keegan.
I mean, I said it one time to you, and then you cried, and then I just had to do it. I'm sorry.
It's a fair point. It's pretty funny. But we don't know what's going on with that, right? We just know, hey, the dwarves are there. So I feel like it's slowly leading us back towards Sana, maybe potentially that forge.
I mean,
Or meeting back up with
Harshipu?
Harshipu and trying to find the what's it called, the
The Eye
all
of the Allfather?
father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, be interesting if somebody, I don't know, maybe touched him with Harshnag just to see what he's up to and ask for his help. I don't know.
I thought we
Well,
debated on
we
touching
did.
base with him, or you guys did. I wasn't there. Sorry. Go ahead.
Siddle did. He
Oh,
told
did?
him the information. Yeah.
Did he respond back? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
He said it was very grim indeed.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah.
And that's the other thing that led the questions was so one of the family members, one of the daughters or the brother, is behind all this.
Right. It'd be interesting when we all sit down and talk and eventually piece together it all. And I guess it really all depends on Keegan knowing this, but obviously Warwick not. If Caldrum is going to trust Warwick, apparently he doesn't.
It's not that he doesn't trust Warwick. He doesn't trust Nasana, and he doesn't know
How deep
what
your
ties. Yeah, like
Huh.
he doesn't think that you're feeding her information, but he thinks that she's obtaining information from you somehow without your knowledge, sort of thing.
Yeah,
Like a
he
scrying
made
type
it a
thing?
point to say
Kind of
inadvertently
maybe
several times.
Yeah,
So
inadvertent.
So that's why I have an amulet now that I'm eventually going to attune to hopefully keep her from, I don't know, scrying. Or
Yeah, but that
gaining
only
some.
works on you. If she decides, okay, let me scry on Griswold, she'll still be able to see you.
Right. Yeah.
That's if Warwick is still a part of the party when you guys get back to town.
Refresh my memory. Did we all have to? Did we all? We didn't. No, it was just Siddle, Warwick, and Reed that gave her blood, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't think Reed did.
Yeah.
Just Siddle and Warwick
Oh,
gave
okay.
blood.
Okay.
Reed just
Reed just you guys don't know, but hung behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just hung back.
He
So
something.
Yeah. But yeah, no, yeah.
So
God,
I'm gonna throw out two. I'm gonna throw two things out here. One, I cannot wait till the day the campaign ends and we can just really hash out what happened here, what was going on,
Yeah.
this, that, the other thing. It's gonna be so much fun, and I can't wait for the day. Two, and on a more serious note, you guys know a lot of the who's and the whats, but the whys are the ones that are still missing in a lot of things.
We have none
a
of the
lot of
why on goddamn near anything.
a lot of motives missing right now, and that's the big thing that's not linking everything up. That's a tough one, but it's interesting from the back end, and that there's so much intrigue because of the lack of motives and understanding, and that, to an extent that's all by design, and to an extent by the nature of it. But it's fun on the outside, and it's also frustrating for you guys.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it is.
But I think soon enough everything's gonna come together. I just think we got to get the right people in the right room talking at the right time.
Oh man, it's.
Oh no! Well, there's just I'm itching. Never mind. I'm not even gonna get there.
It's so stinking close to a couple big things breaking. You guys are flirting with stuff that you don't even know you're flirting with in some cases, and others you are, and it's fun to watch a couple years worth almost come together in several ways, and it's just minor things. Like if you didn't have to go to the library for the book.
I'm so excited for that. I'm not gonna lie. On that note, though, guys,
do we have to go to the library for the book? Just saying.
I can't wait to throw so many more butterflies at you guys. I got so many butterflies.
We don't have to. Warwick will figure that. Maybe we'll have a conversation about that whenever we get back to our campaign, and somebody can mention. I don't know if Caldrum maybe wants to mention stuff about Candlekeep.
I think you did.
And hey, only two more favors to go.
Yeah, only two more favors. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, we could just go pay them.
Later, Keegs.
See you,
Go enjoy
Keegs.
your
All
show.
right,
later, Gigs.
We gotta watch
Since
the
With
show.
Gigs leaving, I think
that's-
it's time, if you are ready, Rusty, to jump into. I don't even have them. I'm on a different layout. I don't have them set up, so it is just going to be
Damn.
Siddle's Compendium of Magical Artifacts of the Week.
boring.
No, hey,
I know.
listen, I'm gonna listen to this later. I can't wait to hear about it in some stat chat, but I'm gonna use this opportunity to break away. But I had to join the chat. Awesome talking to you guys, and we'll see how Tuesday goes.
Yeah, no, thanks for jumping in.
Yeah.
And I guess if we're still planned for Tuesday, we'll be there on Tuesday.
If we
Enjoy,
aren't, I'm going to
gents.
take it personally. Later.
I know. Later, G.
Take it easy, guys.
All right, what items you got for us?
All right. Got a trio of fun ones. First up, we have Sovereign Glue.
Oh, nice.
This viscous, milky white substance can form a permanent
I love
adhesive
that.
bond between any two objects. Must be stored in a jar or flask that has been coated inside with oil of slipperiness. When found, a container contains 1d6 plus 1 ounces. That's a big bottle of fucking glue. 1 ounce of glue can cover a 1 foot square surface. The glue takes 1 minute to set. Once it is done so, the bond it creates can be broken only by the application of universal solvent or oil of etherealness or with a wish spell.
Yeah, you don't want to glue
Yeah.
something to someone's hands they don't want there.
And
Say
Yeah.
glue someone's ass cheeks together with it.
ooh, that would be bad.
That'd
That
be
would be
gross.
Yeah.
I can only see bad coming of us owning a bottle of this shit.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Imagine if we glued Griswold's mouth shut, though. Imagine Evan trying to play that. Oh my gosh. He wouldn't be able to talk. It would be
You just have
amazing.
to just a little space so you can put a straw. So we would have to liquid feed him.
Well, speaking of which, next item up is the blender of. Never mind. Trying to think of a good name to put in there after that. Yeah. So that one would definitely be in the wrong hands if it was in our hands. Like, let's be honest here. Next item is the Infernal Tack. This is a legendary wondrous item. Requires attunement by a creature of evil alignment, so probably none of us could do it. Could use this. A Narzugon devil binds a nightmare, described in the monster manual, to its service with Infernal Tack, which consists of a bridle, bit, reins, saddle, stirrups, and spurs. A nightmare equipped with Infernal Tack must serve whoever wears the spurs until the wearer dies or the tack is removed. You can use an action to call the nightmare equipped with Infernal Tack by clashing the spurs together or scraping them through blood. The nightmare appears at the start of your next turn within 20 feet of you. It acts as your ally and takes its turn on your initiative count. It remains for 1 day until you or it dies or until you dismiss it as an action. If the nightmare dies, it reforms in the 9 hells within 24 hours, after which you can summon it again. The tack doesn't conjure a nightmare from thin air. One must first be subdued so the tack can be placed on it. No nightmare accepts this forced servitude willingly, but some eventually form strong loyalties to their masters and become partners in evil. So,
Is this what's on Strahd's nightmare?
it must be. I don't know if that
I
is
think so.
official, but that's exactly what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Still
kind
have
of
PTSD from that
a weird
campaign.
one, little S&M type stuff.
Hey,
A little bit.
it makes no mention of a safe word, so this is not safe play. We should, put a disclaimer out there for that, right?
Yeah, disclaimers are for people who are scared.
All right, next up is the Trident of Fish Command.
Aquaman.
Exactly.
Aquaman, yep.
This trident is a magic weapon. It has 3 charges. While you carry it, you can use an action to expend 1 charge to cast Dominate Beast from it on a beast that has an innate swimming speed. The trident regains 1d3 extended charges daily at dawn. Proficiency with the trident allows you to add your proficiency bonus to the attack roll for any attack you make with it.
Hmm.
So, if you want to be Aquaman, this is your fucking trident.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if we had like a Atlantis type scenario campaign.
Mhm.
Yeah, of some kind of uh seafaring campaign. Yeah.
Oh man, quick side note on that note. Um, so I was at my local game shop here a couple of days ago, and it's essentially a fully fledged out like homebrew campaign. I'm trying to remember the name of it that I think would be a lot of fun to play. It's meant to go along with 5e rules,
Mhm.
but is all like piracy and swashbuckling and shit. And it sounds like a
Oh,
great
cool.
time.
Very
Campaign
cool.
4 coming soon.
Yes. The fuck was it called? The Curse of Bloodstone Isle.
I don't know if I know that one.
Hmm.
I it,
Who's
it
do you know the author?
Let me go take a look. So the sign next to it said that it was, support local game creators. So it's like somewhere in
Oh.
Western PA, West Virginia, whatever.
Mm.
Author is Mark Rain Hagen.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Marky Rain.
Got to check that one out.
Yeah. So I was looking at the stats. I have them up for stats chat. Again, I don't have video. I'm sorry. I don't have the sound bite and everything set up. I'll do it for you if you want. Stats chat. Um, so if we think about the Nothic, we have stats for. The
Uh-huh.
Gold Dragon or Bronze Dragon, sorry,
Uh-huh.
we would have stats for
Yep.
that. Yes.
Yep.
And
And then
the couple spirits or
the
whatever.
two.
The
Yeah. Yep.
Ponita, right? Okay. So
The Dretch and the Dretch and the Nightmare. Yeah.
So back to Phandalin. What is the Neverwinter one? Do you want to catch these Hans?
That
Okay,
was
so we would have
that
Hans
was
as
Han.
well. But I think we talked about that one.
I think we did too.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful name.
Yeah, I gotta give Eric credit for that. He put some
What
a collection of
what did
good
I?
names in there.
Do you want to catch
Yeah,
What?
these Hans?
these
Oh
Hans.
yeah, yeah. Do
The
you want
bitch
to catch these
Nothic.
Hans? Bitch Nothic.
All right, so we're just gonna kind of group all of them together. I got it multi-selected on the screen. If you have the thing up,
Don't. I'm just gonna watch your screen.
yep, no worries.
Be
So
half a minute behind you.
So I don't know who the NPC is on these. Probably the dragon, though,
Um,
would be my
that was
guess.
the dragon. That
Yeah.
was the dragon.
Did 268 damage. Pretty crazy. Reed is
Mhm.
up there with 146, and then followed by Siddle and Althea being up there in the top 4. Surprising, but that bow, I think that bow is really game changer. And you kind of called this out on one thing, Eric, but like, yeah, it's a different style of play. Like to use
Mhm.
that and understand how the rogue interaction works, as opposed to being a caster.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, Siddle, I was expecting more damage from Siddle, but Amrup's kind of happy because they have that little highest DPS battle going on. You only have 94 points of damage in the last 4 interactions.
We haven't
Just
had any
saying.
big groupings, and haven't had any big groupings of anything. No
I know.
fireballs going out there.
If you're listening to this, Garrett, I'll Venmo you later. Yeah. Biggest damage that I can see out of that is sneak attack, though, coming from Althea and Reed at the same time. 92 points of damage just from sneak attack. That is
Yeah.
almost as much as Siddle has done in those 4
Yeah.
interactions. So sneak
Yeah.
attack's pretty freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Then cold, then
Like it's one of
fire.
those.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
It's like one of those like I think every class should multi-class into rogue.
I was actually thinking about this. I felt like the rogues should multi-class in fighter and get an extra attack.
Mhm.
Like you
Yeah,
put 2
yeah.
levels in fighter and you get an extra attack. And to get fighter, you can choose dexterity or strength.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, my next character might be a rogue fighter
Yeah.
because I think that
I,
idea in
back
my
in
head was pretty cool.
back in the day, that was one of my back in second edition rules. That was a favorite of mine was fighter rogue or ranger rogue. Yeah.
Because you get the
No, you
extra
couldn't do
attack as
no, you
ranger.
couldn't. Wait. Sorry, you couldn't do ranger rogue in second edition. You can only do fighter rogue. I think if I remember right.
Yeah, no, I
But
really like.
yeah.
But I mean, all right, so the sneak attack damage only applies once per turn, not per
Mm-hmm.
round, but per turn as stated. So
Return.
you
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to take 2 actions to attack or 2 attack actions and
Right.
apply sneak attack to both. However, if you applied both or you applied the sneak attack, took the second attack, and then had an opportunity attack, you could apply the sneak attack on the opportunity
Mm-hmm.
attack. So if you're
Right.
playing things right, like yeah, that little
Yeah.
fighter ability with some melee and stuff like that to bounce around could be pretty crazy. Like I imagine you could go dexterity with the bow, but you could also go straight up like stealth dagger with the rogue
Yeah.
fighter, right? And then
Or rapier.
yeah, or
You know,
rapier.
a
Yeah.
finesse weapon, some kind of finesse weapon. Yeah.
Yeah, so that might be kind of cool to put two points into fighter.
Mhm.
I like that idea the more I talk about it.
You know, especially kind of like those martial classes too, because it's not like a spellcaster where as you level you gain more spells, and that's kind of the power behind it's kind of the difference between uh, Adrin and Keldrum. He's a little weak in Druid because I took those 3 levels in Monk. Um, and if I went straight Druid, I would have some of these cool little spells and things like that. But when it comes to kind of martial classes, you know, it's not bad to multi-class a little bit. I think.
Yeah. I think you have more opportunity to play around with that multi-class when it comes to like your melees in
Hmm.
comparison to your wizards. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
okay, you could go sorcerer paladin, you can do some different things, but
yeah,
you have a lot more opportunities to multi-class with that
yeah,
type of stuff.
yeah. I don't. I have to be honest. I'm after playing fifth edition. I don't know if I would multi-class any type of spellcaster, just because it's you know getting those fifth level spells and sixth level spells is so powerful.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think you're not setting yourself up to gain anything.
Yeah,
I don't know, the Bard Wizard
maybe
it seems to be pretty good that Keegan's doing.
maybe yeah, maybe at kind of that low mid level, but I think as you get that next tier, that tier late tier 2 early tier 3 kind of range, I don't know if it scales as well,
Yeah. Yeah, if I wanted to point out then, total damage done over those interactions was 616, and then I flipped over to the being attacked by already just because I wanted to see it, but it's pretty crazy the difference there. The being attacked by is only 72 points of damage. So you guys took
Yep.
72 points of damage, did 616. Part of me was really hoping you guys would have like this crazy ass battle in which you didn't have a
Mhm.
frontliner there that you previously did, just to see how it
Yeah.
was. Not to be malicious at all towards the group. I just wanted to see how it would go.
Yeah. I kind of was too a little bit. Like nothing too no Nasana fight or anything, but
Right.
maybe kind of like that battle that we had with the was like two fire giants and the
The fire
salamanders.
snakes. Yeah.
Yeah. That would have been like two fire giants and a salamander or fire snake or whatever. That would have been interesting.
I agree. I would like to see it. I think we got a little bit more power behind us with Caldrum right now, but for sure, I kind of wanted to see how it went.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But missing that second front liner
Mm-hmm.
could be serious detrimental to this group.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, then they could focus Grizz, and then once he goes down, I don't know. It would be interesting nonetheless.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to look at healing real quick, and then I think that's about all I have, unless you guys have anything else you want to look at.
I don't
No.
think there was much healing to look at, to be honest.
Yeah. Nope.
I think Ashley. I think Keldrum healed Ashley through some. Thing else, and of course I wasn't there for the Nothic battle, so
Yeah, no, very little healing done. Just cure wounds, healing word. Total of 53 points total.
yeah.
So pretty crazy. Like I said, I would like to see the party, the Phandalin Phive, get into a little fight. A little fight, we'll call it a little bit bigger than what you did, but we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see. Amruk's not back yet. There's still
He's not
time.
there yet. Yeah.
But
Yeah, we can still go cause some trouble.
all right, you guys got anything else you want to bring up? I know we didn't talk about this past episode, but we're so far behind
No,
that
we
we're
didn't.
getting caught up. I'm sure we'll come back up. We'll get to it.
Yeah. I was trying to think if there's something else I wanted to besides this last episode.
Yeah, I know
I
there were a
wanted.
few
I asked.
things that we had said, oh, that's one for Echo Chamber, but I can't fucking remember what any of them are.
I know one thing that I put in the chat, but I think somebody answered it was if someone casts silence, Grizz could not bring his weapon out. And
Oh yeah.
when I thought of
Yeah.
that, I was like, if I was Garrett, I'd be using that shit.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, silence. I take it every once in a while, but we haven't fought too many. Sorry, Garrett, if you're listening, but we haven't fought very many magic users
Mm-mm.
recently, so I haven't had a really chance to use it. But as a DM, it's always a fun spell to throw at players every so often.
For sure. I mean, he did throw it at us once in the Nasana fight, and so
Yeah.
I know Ashley was silenced, and somebody else was in there for a little bit. But yeah, no, I
Well,
think
I
now
wasn't. It's wait, was it me?
was it Adrin and Althea?
It was
I know
me.
it was Althea at least, and someone else.
And Reed, because Reed was in the silence, and I couldn't. No, that wasn't it. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah.
And he threw it at us like a long time ago in a fight with Glassstaff. So I mean
Yeah.
the two spellcasting fights that we got into really like he has thrown it at us. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
That's something to think about for Evan. Do you carry around a backup weapon in case you're silenced? You can't bring that out that you may or may not be attuned to, so at least you can do some damage, or do you just spend everything you can to get out of the silence? I hope he does some sort of combo. That would be pretty cool if you had a wizard fighter multiclass, because I think rules is written you could actually cast two spells with that. Something to think about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I feel like you could, but anyway, then you could do something like silence and like web or something like that, so that they
Mm-hmm.
would be stuck in the silence. That would be so cool.
That's Reed was held. I think that's what it was, and
Mm-hmm.
that was what kind of screwed us a little bit because he couldn't, and I couldn't get to him or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I think we'll go ahead and end it there. Thanks for being here, and
Yeah.
hopefully Tuesday we'll get to scratch that itch a little bit more.
Yeah, I know.
Cool.
I'm excited to play my bunny warlock.
Hmm. All right, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you Tuesday.